Hey. Mm. Come in, y'all. We got a hot topic tonight. The odds. We're gonna go in. Mm, mm. What's up, y'all? Come on in. Thank you for tuning in to Influential Queens Talk tonight with myself and the lovely Miss Sarah.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, queens.
Yes.
And kings, if any kings watching.
We're just gonna wait till we get a couple of more people tuning in with us before we actually get started, y'all. Hello, Samaria. Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. We appreciate the love. We gotta listen to instrumentals tonight, y'all, because the social media be tripping. But that's all right. Y'all come on in with us. Share this live, no matter where you're located. Please, it's one click of a button. Ding. We try to reach out and connect with as many queens and kings as possible. Mm-hmm. How was your day, Sarah?
It was good. I can't complain. I won't complain. It was a good day. Any day above ground is good, right?
Amen. Amen to that. Amen to that, honey. Yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us again. Please make sure you just share. Please share. Let's share the podcast tonight. If you're tuning in on Facebook, if you're tuning in on YouTube, we are so grateful for you. Thank you guys for tuning in with us another time. Hello. Thank you for tuning in with us, girl. We're going to get started in just a moment, y'all. We're just trying to get as many people on board as possible before we actually get started. So give us a couple of minutes. But where y'all tuning in from? Whoever is tuning in with us at this point in time, where are you guys tuning in from? It's always nice to see people type in like other states, especially out of the state of Florida, Georgia.
I'm tuning in from the Miami, of course, 305. Y'all drop y'all cities and y'all area codes.
Drop y'all area codes. What's up, Orlando, Florida? Hey, Quinquea, Atlanta, Georgia. That's what's up. I'm tuning in from Georgia. Would have probably been Fort Lauderdale, but I cleared it. I miss home sometimes though. Nothing like home. Mm, mm, mm. Gonna probably get started in the next 2 minutes, y'all. Please make sure you guys share this podcast. Again, we always want to just at least connect with one person. And especially those, we would love for you guys to actually, connect with us a little bit more tonight. Like, we would love for you guys to engage in our conversation. We always love to hear your feedback. We actually pop it up down below so that others can see exactly what you stated. And again, thank you so much for the love, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For those that are tuning in with us, welcome. Let's be getting started in just a moment, y'all. Continue to share. What you drinking on tonight, Farrah?
Let's see.
Oh, me too. No wine tonight, y'all. Tea or wine? Tonight is the tea. I didn't get no wine tonight. The last show I didn't even have wine.
Some good relaxing tea.
Oh, that sounds like something I need. Does it give you energy?
No energy, just mellow.
Sounds good. Sounds good. 305-954.
Okay, Broward's in my. You said 305-954. So I'm gonna say what? Sunrise. That's like
Sunrise,
in
Florida.
between.
Somewhat. It's crazy because most people do say Sunrise, Florida, and I just say Fort Lauderdale. But you do have those different areas, so yeah. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and get started because, as y'all know, we're only on here for an hour, and time goes by super fast. Yes. And we don't want to get kicked off tonight. But all right, so we greatly appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight on Influential Queens. It is always a blessing to be able to, interact with you guys and come on here and do what we do best, and that's basically, giving off knowledge and love and wisdom, and just the ability to connect with another queen. That is our mission, and that is what we truly believe in as far as being influential queens ourselves, and boss women at the same time. If you guys don't know who I am Tania Lovely. I do a lot of things. We're not going to go into all of that because we always do that. But however, you can always follow me on Instagram at Lovely the Model, and connect with me through there, or find out information about what I do, so have you. But I'm gonna go ahead and let Farrah take over.
So yeah, so good evening to everybody again. Thank you guys for tuning in. We haven't been on in a couple of weeks, but we are back. And so we have a very interesting topic that we want to talk about tonight that we feel is going to be very beneficial for ourselves as well as you guys. So we hope you guys do enjoy. As you guys know, again, my name is Farah. I'm owner of the US Hair and Beauty Extensions. You guys can follow me on Instagram as well as Facebook. Also a fitness advocate, so you guys can follow me and my fitness partner also on Facebook and Instagram at BUBFit. So that's a little bit about me, and we're gonna go ahead and get started.
All right. So today's topic is the odds. The odds. Basically, when we think about the odds, we think about anything that is pertaining to something that's like a negative aspect. And again, these are our opinions. We always would love for you guys to tune in. We want to hear your opinions as well. But when you think about the odds, you think about something that is negative, something that is not of a positive, right? So we're considering the odds as far as being influential queens, business owners, women in general, just overcoming fear, rejection, and negativity. And when you think about overcoming these things, you think about a positive. How can we overcome fear? How can we overcome a rejection? How can we overcome negativity? um and so that is tonight's topic. We're going to get right into it. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in. For those that have just joined the live tonight, make sure you guys let us know where you're tuning in from. And please make sure you continue to share. I will allow for Farah to go into her fear and rejection and negativity. And we're going to make it happen.
Okay. Um, so yeah, so I wanted to really talk about this topic because it's something that I think we all can benefit from. Me also, it's something that I'm working on as well. So when I thought about fear, I thought about fear is basically something that really it it really can hold you back from a lot of different areas. You know, not only just business, it can hold you back relationships, it can hold you back financial goals, it can hold you back, you know, educational goals, going back to school, working out, like all different type of areas that fear can hold you back and cause you not to grow. And that's what we're all trying to do. We're trying to grow each day. We're trying to better ourselves in all different types of areas every day. And fear is one of the most biggest setbacks for a lot of people, including myself. So one of the first things that I came up with, in my opinion, and also doing a little bit of research in regards to how to overcome fear is basically number one is you have to acknowledge it. Okay, so you know that's the first step with anything. You have to acknowledge that this is a problem and that you have this issue and this is something that you want to try to correct. So you got to be truthful to yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, like they always say, you got to be real with yourself before you can be real with anybody else. So you have to sit down and actually um, you know, acknowledge the fact that you do have whatever the fear is that you have, and acknowledge what are the causes of those fears. So that's the first step. Once you know acknowledge it and understand what the causes are, whether it could be past experiences or whether it can just be, you know, you're just afraid to, you know, of that negative thought of what could possibly go wrong.
Hmm.
Um, and once you acknowledge it and once you figure out what the cause is, then you can proceed to figure out, okay, what is it that you're going to do to try to correct this problem? How are you going to try to shift the way you think to eliminate those fears? So I would say one thing that you could do is basically write down all your fears, write them down, whether no matter what area that they're in, and you know, kind of like a vision board, and study them every day. You know, look at them every day and understand what causes them every day, and so that way you can work on them every day. So definitely first step, acknowledging and acknowledging the fear and the causes of the fear. I don't know if you want to piggyback on that.
I mean, yeah, like I completely agree with you. Like when we go into having a fear mindset or just fear in general, it holds us back from a lot of things because we feel as though, I'm scared. I'm scared to take the first step. I'm scared to, um, admit that something is making me feel a certain kind of way inside, which again will hold you back from a lot of things. And with being fear, like having fear, you basically think about not wanting to do something, not wanting to complete something, because you don't know what the outcome will be, or you're too nervous, or you're hesitant to actually just take that leap and overcome the fear. So when you think about overcoming fear, like Farah said, you have to acknowledge that. You have to acknowledge that, you have a fear about something. And with overcoming it, there are different steps that you can take to overcome fear. Um, with facing your fears, with just speaking with someone about your fears, or speaking to yourself. It's okay to talk to yourself. I don't know, we're not going to think that you're crazy or anything like that, but it is okay to turn to self and say, I'm scared to take this job opportunity. I'm scared to start a business. I'm scared to acknowledge a particular person, as far as networking. And when we have a fear about those things, it just holds us back. It sets us back. And that's something that you don't want with having a setback, because you will never get to where you need to be at. You will never accomplish what you need to accomplish, because the whole time you're having fear about doing something. So that's my intake on fear. We can have fear about a lot of different things, but you were going to say something.
Um, no, you're fine. I was
But
just going to piggyback on that. Because I kind of wanted to acknowledge what fear is actually defined as, which I wrote down something here, y'all. Excuse me. So
mhm,
pretty much what I came up with in my own conclusion to simplify what fear really is basically, of course, fear is a negative thought, and basically you don't want your negative thoughts to become a reality.
mhm,
Okay, so like I was saying earlier, these negative thoughts could be from past experiences, or it can just be from, you know, basically you're afraid of the unknown. You don't want to up and just move to another state because you have no family, you have no friends, you don't know what's going to happen, because you've never taken that leap of faith before, so it's something that's unknown. You don't know
mhm,
what the next step is going to be. But,
mhm,
and for some people that could be very scary, and for other people it can actually be exciting because they're eager to see the unknown. They're eager to see, you know, maybe it's something good on the other side of this road that's going to actually put me in the place that I need to be in, that's going to actually, get me to the next level that I need to be in. And,
mhm,
for some people that comes easily, and for other people it takes a little bit more tugging. So that's what we all are trying to get at. We're all trying to get to that level where we're not afraid to just take a leap out, and take a leap out on faith, and invest into our businesses, take chances, advertise, post,
mhm.
not
Promote.
worry, not worry about what other people are going to think, or not
Mhm,
worry, feel like, I'm not good enough, or I'm an underdog, I haven't been doing this long enough, so I'm not going to get as much results as somebody that's been doing this for a while. So you got to take those negative thoughts out of your
mhm,
mind, those unpleasant thoughts of the unknown, and take that leap of faith. So we understand that fear is negative thoughts, things that we're making up pretty much in our own head, because
mhm.
unless you had a past experience,
Or past experience.
it's really not a reality. It's just something that you're thinking yourself, that you're making up in your own head.
Mhm,
Because because you're afraid of the unknown.
Right.
And so so we know that the first step is to acknowledge those and to figure out what it is that's causing us to have those fears so that we can
Mhm.
move forward. So the next step would be to, which is basically kind of almost the same thing, would be to basically transform your thoughts.
Yes, definitely.
So you got to think positive more. Um, like you asked me earlier, how was your day? Like, my day was hectic, but I'm not going to think that way. I'm
Right,
going
right.
to think positive. I want to
Mhm.
think positive. Like, my day was good. I had a good day, despite anything that may have, occurred that was unexpectedly, I still had a good day. So
Mhm.
you gotta like find positivity in everything. You gotta transform your thoughts. Like even on your worst days, when you're waking up in the morning, you really don't feel like it. All of us have those days. You gotta, okay, Lord, thank you for another day. You know, prepare me for whatever it is that this day is going to bring, whether it's good or bad.
Right.
So transform your thoughts to positive thoughts. Speak affirmations. Whether you got to write it on your mirror, write it on a sticky pad, whatever it is you got to do to keep your mind in that positive mind frame. Of course, surround yourself with people that are like-minded, people that's on
Like-minded
the
people.
same level as you, and you don't have to feel like you're better than them.
Mhm.
It's just that you're trying to get to another level, and some people are not ready to get to that level, so you can't take
Mhm.
everybody with you. So you do gotta surround yourself with people, or platforms like this, like Influential Queens, or any other positive platform that is going to feed you positivity. Stay away from the
Right.
negative stuff. Stay away from the gossip. I don't even watch the news as much anymore because it's so much, you know, killing and things going on. Of course, you do want to stay up to date with what's going on in the world, but that can be
It
depressing
is draining. It's draining.
and
It's very
draining.
draining. Yes. It will drain
So,
you mentally.
so definitely you want to feed your mind with as much positivity as possible. Read
Mhm.
books, read books, read books, listen to podcasts, listen to music, listen to inspirational music, gospel music,
Mhm.
or whatever it is that keeps your
Meditate.
mind focused. Meditate.
Mhm.
All these different
Definitely.
things that you can do to to transform your thoughts. So I'm gonna let you
Right.
pick that off of that.
Um, I'm gonna just say basically when we think about fear, we pretty much should focus more so on not being perfect when we do take a leap of faith. We want to make sure that, and social media is one of the biggest ones because we feel as though behind social media, people are so perfect. And because they're showing a perfect persona, it makes us feel as though, or it makes most people feel as though, I'm scared to do something because I may not get the acknowledgement that other people are receiving. And so, like Farrah said, you want to take yourself, like, eliminate yourself from the negativity that's surrounding you. Sometimes you have to fall back from social media. Sometimes, you have to fall back from looking at the news. You have to fall back from friends and family sometime, and that's perfectly okay. In order for you to get your mindset together, in order for you to get yourself together, if you know you're getting ready to do something that's just not like yourself, if you're getting ready to step out of your comfort zone a little bit, because you've been holding yourself back so much, and you get tired, and you're telling yourself, this is something that I really want to do. In order for me to do it, I have to come out of that comfort zone, right? So when we come out of that comfort zone, sometimes we have to shut down. We shut down and we shut people out. And when we shut people out, most people don't really understand, why you're not speaking to me, or why you're not dealing with me. But it's more so of a personal thing. It's a personal situation. It's okay to stimulate the mind and get your mind and your body and everything on one accord, so that when it's time for you to actually step out and do what you need to do, overcoming fear, you have the perfect mindset to do it. Also changing your mind. Like Farrah said, reading books. Think about positive things. Think about you can pull up somebody that inspires you. Get inspiration from somewhere. If you have to wake up and the day is not going too good, you have to listen to gospel music because that's your comfort place. That's where you get your mind together. Then do that. However, let's not be fearful of certain things which will always hold us back to get into the number one goal, to get into success, to reaching success, to doing exactly what we need to do, as individuals. So, um, I see Beatrice stated here, she said, find out the root of fear in order to overcome the fear. And that's really good that you said that, because sometimes people deal with anxiety, people panic, you know when your palms get sweaty and you're scared because you're getting ready to go into a job interview, and just finding out certain solutions to help you calm down and get you prepared to do what you have to do. Definitely find out the root of the fear. What is causing you to be fearful? What's causing this fear? So,
And and I'm glad she said that too, because and the thing about it is, I feel like fear is sometimes caused by lack of knowledge. And so I feel like it's also important to educate yourself. So,
mhm,
fear is kind of like a weakness. So if you're only going to be afraid, you're usually, most of the time, you're only going to be afraid of something if you feel like you're not good in that area, or if you feel like you're weak in that area. So if you know that you're weak in this area, this is a fearful area for you, then educate yourself.
mhm,
Find out what your weaknesses are and educate yourself on your weakness. Practice, practice, practice. Read YouTube, whatever it is that you have to do to educate yourself in that area, to find out why, what it is that I can do to improve in this area, so that it's no longer my weakness, that it now becomes my strength. Once
right,
it becomes your strength, you're likely to not be afraid anymore.
right.
I
That's Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think that that's just piggyback off in what she said and what we said earlier about finding the cause,
Mhm,
that's the foundation of finding the cause as well. Once you're
mhm.
finding that cause, okay, now what do I do now? Okay, I found the cause. I know what it is. What do I do now?
And
Then
admitting
exactly.
it, admitting that that's what it is. Definitely. Thank you so much, Beatrice, for that. Um, so yeah, so let's, find ways to overcome the fear that we have within ourselves so that we can be better individuals, so that we can, succeed in areas that we felt as though was causing us to get to where we needed to be. And having those fearful thoughts, or fearable thoughts. So, basically, when we think about fear, like Farah said earlier, it can go into situations that has already occurred in your life, in your past life, or things that you're probably currently dealing with, and one of which can be rejection, being rejected from certain things, whether it's speaking to an individual, or whether it's trying to get people to come on board with your business, or if it's going into a job and wanting a particular job so badly, and not getting the job that you wanted. So with having rejection, we need to understand, with overcoming it, accepting it. It's okay to get rejected. It's okay to get 1,000 no's, because you're going to get a yes somewhere. Um, and that can, make us feel as though, it's going to always take place. We're going to always get rejected. And then that's what causes the fear over us. So let's accept it. Let's acknowledge, okay, I've been rejected, but it doesn't determine my future. It doesn't determine where I'm going. It doesn't stop me from doing what I need to do to get to where I need to be. And that's basically just narrowing down fear itself. um and facing the fear. So I see oh, that was you. Okay, so yeah. I completely put myself in that same box as far as being rejected and telling myself, okay, I was rejected for this. I don't want to do it again. That's like, fixing our credit, getting our credit together, going in, purchasing the home that we want to purchase. But because, sometimes we deal with fear, sometimes we've been rejected, you go in off real with the negative mindset thinking, okay, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get approved for this home. But you never know, because we tend to stop our own blessings sometimes. Instead of going in with a strong mind, strong head, stating, I'm going to get this home, I'm going to get approved, the bank is going to approve me. No matter how many no's I receive, I'm going to get a yes. But you never know if that yes is going to hit. You just never know. So that's just a somewhat of a scenario. King Quest say you're preaching. But
Because
yes, so
sometimes it could actually be that maybe you're really not good at something.
mhm,
Maybe a lot in some cases we're not really worthy of what we receive, but we receive it because of our attitude towards it. We
mhm,
receive it because of the way we treat others. It's called favor. You know, we're not technically maybe not always worthy of the things that we receive, but if you go into it with a positive attitude and you know that you're doing, everything that you could possibly do right on your end, sometimes you're blessed because you have favor over you. Like you said, you go out and to the car lot knowing good and well you ain't got the credit for this car. But somehow or another, and trust me, I done had several cars. And somehow or another, you come out with the keys. You
mhm,
pull off that lot. And for me,
mhm,
that's having favor, that's having faith, that's
mhm,
not being scared to, feeling like I'm worthy of this car. In the back
mhm.
of my head, I'm probably like, I don't know. I got my fingers crossed. But just having that positive mindset and going in there like I'm worthy of this.
Right.
Like you model.
Mhm.
I always told you this before since I met you. And walk that runway. Represent for you always say, I don't care what size I am. I'm gonna walk it like I talk it. I'm a look good in whatever style I'm in, whatever
Hello.
size I am. So
Right next to a size 2.
it's about owning it. And you even taught me that. And it's
Mhm.
about owning that stage, owning that platform, owning whatever it is that you're doing. And and people are going to see that. People are going to see
When
that.
you
People are going to respect that.
when you have confidence,
Yeah,
rejection doesn't even phase you. When
exactly.
you have confidence, when you have favor, rejection does not. It doesn't even phase you. And when you have faith, it doesn't even phase you. You know? So I completely agree.
And
I
with
completely
rejection, because
agree.
I was just talking to someone about this earlier, and with rejection too, you got to be able to accept constructive criticism,
Mhm.
and you got to be able to understand that you or what you're doing is not for everybody, and
Mhm.
that's okay because
And it's perfectly okay.
it's so many people in this world, and it's so many um business owners, and so many different platforms in this world. You're going to fit in somewhere. You just got to figure out where it is that you fit in. But you're
Mhm.
going to fit in somewhere. So be okay with being rejected. And believe me, it is very easier said than done. And like I said at the beginning of this live, I'm still working on all three of these areas, and that's why I feel like it's an important topic that we all can benefit from. Um,
Yeah.
but being rejected, it just to me, it just makes me go harder.
That's
It makes me go
exactly what
harder.
Kinquay just said. She just said the same thing.
Hmm.
Basically, out of 1,000 no's, it makes me go harder.
Hmm.
And it should. It should. It shouldn't make you go into a depression, even though sometimes we do,
Mhm.
because we don't understand how to overcome fear. We don't understand how to overcome rejection. And off on all of these topics, having a negative mindset is right at the top to me, because we off we all we off rip think that something may fail. No matter how no matter how much we want something, we think that it will fail. And that's the first sign of thinking negative. You think negative. And then you may speak to someone about it. You may speak to multiple people about it, just to get someone else's opinions. And know that we're not perfect. No one is made perfect. It may seem like they're perfect, but I can vouch 9 times out of 10 they're not. So nobody is perfect, and everybody deals with this. If you don't deal with this, then you are a blessed and strong individual. But we think negative. When we think negative, a lot of things just it goes bad, and then we think we have a fear. We feel fear over our body. We feel fear in our minds. We feel fear, taking that first step of doing something. Um, and then off rip with thinking negative, we think about getting rejected from something, receiving rejection off the rip. I can tell you, I've been in, like you said, I've been at the car lot where I was sitting there like Lord, I know, I know something. I'm gonna just keep it in your hands, Lord. I know something ain't gonna go right. And guess what happened? It don't go right. But when I started, having that positive mindset, like, God, I need this. I want it. I'm going to have it. It's mine. Speaking affirmations over your life, being affirmative over your life. I went into a car lot and boom, got a car. Had no idea it was going to happen. No idea. I just went in with a positive mindset, and I after so many rejections, I just kept a positive mind. But yes,
Right.
so
And Mrs. Lee, I don't want to say her name wrong. Kenwata?
Kenquaya.
Quaya? I'm sorry.
Mm,
Listen, I tried. But she said you got to step out of your comfort zone. And
definitely.
that's definitely true. And that's basically what fear is being uncomfortable. But like I
Mhm.
said earlier, if you're uncomfortable with something, the only way you're going to get comfortable with it is by educating yourself, practicing, putting into action, and turning your weaknesses into your strengths.
Mhm.
And she said she laughed. I'm sorry, I tried. But yes, definitely. You know, and also like you were saying earlier, as far as in accepting rejection, accepting failure, know that, or even negativity, just know that it's not permanent.
Mhm.
It's not permanent. It's temporary. Rejection is temporary. Negativity is temporary because eventually you're going to run into positivity. You're gonna get, you can get failure before you actually get success.
Mhm.
So I think it's important to understand that, like they say, trouble don't last always.
Yep.
You know, joy comes in the morning.
Mhm.
So all those things just remind you that failure is temporary, fear is
Mhm.
temporary, rejection is temporary, negativity is temporary. If you take the time to acknowledge and to educate and learn yourself on those areas, then it's temporary.
Right.
So also keep that in mind.
Definitely. And I also feel as though sometimes when we don't have a strong mindset, sometimes when we don't have individuals that we can actually go to and talk to about these things, therapy may be a good idea. Is nothing wrong with that. A lot of people feel as though, when you speak about race and things like that, oh, I'm not going to go to a therapist. I don't need a therapist. But sometimes you may need to go to a therapist, and that therapist will probably allow for you to pretty much overcome it, figure out a solution behind it, allow for you to actually get your feelings out so that they can find ways and solutions for you to overcome all of these obstacles, all of these odds that you are facing personally. Um, Definitely, you need an outlet. That's right, Kinquaya. You need an outlet. So that would probably be a good idea. I mean, we don't come on here to basically tell a person, hey, you need to go to a therapist, but because these are things that we deal with personally. These are things that we see individuals around us dealing with personally. Because a lot of people lack confidence. A lot of people have low self-esteem. With lacking confidence and having low self-esteem, these are obstacles that people face every single day. And sometimes people don't even know because you have a strong mindset. But definitely, if you can't speak to someone about it, um, a therapist may be the best solution to help you, get out of that state of mind. And a lot of times when we have that state of mind, it will put us in depression. Depression is real. It is
It
real.
is. It
It's
is.
nothing about it that is fake. It's nothing about it that is not, you know, accurate. It is definitely real. So when you hear individuals speaking about depression, I know a lot of times I've gone down Facebook and I've seen people battling depression, or they say things as if they are battling depression. It makes me want to instantly, send them a message in their inbox because I'm one of those individuals that have battled that myself, and I know I'm not alone. And
Mhm.
I speak out about it because I know it is real. And there are a lot of people that are, taking their own lives because they don't have a strong mindset.
Like
They
that.
they battle with, having fear. They battle with being rejected so many times. They battle with those negative thoughts that are constantly, chasing them and hunting them and preventing them from being successful or preventing them from actually living life.
Mhm.
And so definitely, if you are that individual, try to speak with somebody. Try to talk to someone that can help you, that can actually, yeah, therapy is beneficial. That's right, B.
Mhm.
That can actually help you in a sense because at the end of the day, we want to see everybody win. We want to see everybody succeed. We want to be able to connect with different individuals that have like-minded minds that want to get somewhere in life, you know. And sometimes with taking that step, if you have to manifest over yourself, if you have to take a step back from individuals, it's perfectly fine. No one should feel offended by it whatsoever. So we would love to hear you guys' thoughts and comments in regards to the odds overcoming fear, rejection, and negativity. Um, we know we can get as deep as deep
Yes.
as deep, but we also want to let everybody know that um, we are advocates of positivity, and this is why we talk about these things because we know it's necessary. We know that people deal with it. Being around certain individuals. Personally, we know that we deal with certain things, especially when you are trying to get somewhere in life, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, success is never going to come without battles.
Mhm.
It's I say success is a battle in itself.
It
When I
really is.
when I look at success, I think about battle. Because it's like you're fighting. to get to where you want. It's not, we were like my sister loved to say, Michael Jackson is not my daddy. So I wasn't born into, you know, with a silver spoon, as they say. And so we're fighting even as Black women.
Mhm.
Um, we've been fighting since the day that we were born.
Mhm.
To make a name for ourselves just because of what our ancestors went through, just because of our history. So we were born into a battlefield, and to get to that next level, to get to where we're trying to go, we have to push, we have to fight. You
Yep.
know, I did it. I went through my own experiences. Still going through things.
Mhm.
Um, and you gotta fight for it. You gotta make a choice, which was actually one of the last points in regards to overcoming fear. Is it's a choice. At the end of the day, you choose whether or not you want to be fearless, or whether you're going to be defeated by fear. It's your choice. And sometimes some people may take a little bit longer than others to make that choice, but I always say people can go at your own time and go at your own pace, but when you're ready.
Definitely.
And you
Definitely.
know, you got to make that choice. And once you make that choice, it's not about just okay saying, "All right, this is what I want to do." You have to take action. You have to
Mhm.
take action, and all the things that we talked about earlier: acknowledging, accepting, understanding, educating yourself. All that is a part of taking action. You
Right.
know, So at the end of the
Definitely.
day, that's what it boils down. You wake up in the morning, you decide you set the tone for your day. You decide how your day is going to go. Of course, we can't predict the future, but by you setting the tone for your day, you're going to be able to easily fight whatever battle is being put in front of you at that day
Right.
or that moment. So um everything attached to you will win. I like that.
Definitely.
I don't want to mess up her name again.
You just call it Quaya or Quay.
Freya, okay. So I like that. Everything attached to you will win. That's a really good
Definitely.
affirmation.
Oh yes, that's a really, really, really good affirmation. I love affirmations. A lot of people think that affirmations will really change the mindset, and it will really change a lot of things in your life if you stay consistent with it. And you speak that over yourself. They say the tongue is a powerful thing, so you definitely have to speak things into existence and speak things over your life. Also, I want to say, set boundaries over yourself. um and with setting those boundaries, we want to make sure that we're giving ourselves pep talks. We're talking to ourselves. We're letting us personally um, know that we are great, we are good, we are amazing. Whatever you have to speak over yourself, that's going to allow for you to overcome all of these odds. And with overcoming them, getting to the next step, getting to the next level, and whatever you put your mind to, whatever you choose to do, whatever you're trying to do. And definitely don't deal with the friends that's hitting you with all the negative talk, the negative uh opinions about certain things. If you speak to a friend, family, whoever you talk to personally, and they're hitting you with, for instance, um let's say you want to start a business, right? So I want to start this business, but I don't know how to start this business. And because I don't know how to start this business, will I flourish in this business if I do start it? This is going to the negative thoughts and the fear. But I'm a little nervous because I see other people doing the same thing that I'm doing. Will I be able to come out on top? Will I make sales? Will whatever it is, you want to start this business, but you're thinking negative about it. Okay. And then you go to a family member or a friend or whoever you choose, whoever you talk to personally, and you speak about it. Hey, do you think, I should start this particular business? I have this particular name for the business, and that individual instantly, oh girl, so and so do the same thing. Or I see somebody already doing that, so maybe you should find something else to do, or maybe you should think about it. That's something you don't want that in your ear. You don't want to even hear it. You can let them talk, but okay, girl, I'll talk to you later. Get off the phone instantly because you don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear somebody tell you what you can't do.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can tell you what you can't do. Even if you have to go to an executive, if you have to go to a boss or anybody that has already reached a certain success in their lives, you're trying to network with them or whatever the case may be, and they give you a no, like Ken Quest said earlier, 1,000 no's makes you go harder. That should not determine or stop anything whatsoever. Keep going, keep pushing, keep at it. When you shut down personally, that's the only time that you are dealing with whatever you're dealing with. That's the only time that you can tell yourself no. But all of the other no's should not be a hindrance to what you're trying to do. And the only reason why I say that is because sometimes we do need to take a step back. Sometimes we do need to, regroup our thoughts. We need to, think about what exactly we want to do or how to do it or how to do it and push it even harder than the last time. But I heard Farrah say earlier, it's you don't quit. You just don't quit. That's the thing. You never quit. You can take a break, but you never quit. You can always pick back up on it. You can always go back at it, and you never know. You may go back at it
Mm-hmm.
even harder. And that's what rejection. People feel as though if they don't put something out, or if they have already put something out, that a person is going to say, no, that's not for me, or how to get discovered, in a sense. It's the social media, gossip, different things like that feeds off negativity and will make us have a certain type of fear about ourselves and what we're doing and what we're trying to do and what we're trying to build. So, um, do you
I
guys
agree.
have any? Do you guys have any questions, or do you guys have any feedback off of what we've talked about tonight? If you want to voice your opinion, please do. So we always love to hear your opinions. And we thank you guys so much for being engaged with us tonight yet again. Um, in regards to the topic, the odds and overcoming fear and rejection and negativity. Again, personally, myself, and I'm pretty sure Farah as well, we want to see people win. We want to see everybody successful. It's hard. It is very hard, but no matter how hard it gets, how difficult it may seem, that does not determine where you're going tomorrow or the day after that, weeks after that, it doesn't determine whatsoever. Thank you so much, Conquaya, for tuning in with us tonight. Love, we appreciate it. We greatly appreciate it. Um, so yeah, so we only have like a couple of minutes left on tonight's live. If anybody wants to voice their opinion, in regards to our topic.
Absolutely, you're welcome. You're welcome. And, I just want to say, based upon what she said in regards to family, I real thank you. I realized that, even myself, and it's not that family don't love you, and it's not that most of them don't want to see you win. It's just that they're not used, in a lot of cases they're not, it hasn't been, success is not something that usually is passed down generations in a lot of cases,
Mhm.
within your family. In a lot of cases, that's why you always hear people say, I want to be the first millionaire in my family. Sometimes it takes that one person to, become successful for your family to see that it's possible, because they're so used to either failure, or they're just so used to being average. You
Mhm.
it always takes that one person in the family to be the entrepreneur, or that one person to be the go-getter, to you know to prove to the rest of the family that it could be done. So, and a lot of times that's what I learned to realize with family, and to not take it so personal, because a lot of times in business our family don't support us, and
Mhm.
we get depressed, and we feel like, wow, I would expect my family to support me if nobody else supports me. But in reality, it's the opposite way around. It's
Yep.
the strangers that's going to support you. And you
The
got to learn to be
individuals you don't know.
exactly. You got to learn to be okay with that, because, in a lot of cases, it's not their fault. It's not their
Mhm.
fault, because they don't know. They haven't really seen success in their, they're used to working a job. I'm gonna make this quick before we go. When I was growing up, I always thought that, okay, I gotta get me a county job. you know I'm gonna work for the county. I'm gonna retire from the county. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna get a degree, and I'm gonna get me a good job with benefits, and all these things is what I was taught. And my mom worked for the state. My grandfather, was a retired superintendent for the bus, the bus system. So these are the things that I was taught, that this is what successfulness is. Um, I had my father, who was an entrepreneur, but the rest of my family was you know, just the average routine of working 20 years, 30 years, and retiring, things like that. So by me saying, okay, I want to be a millionaire, okay, I want to, be successful and own my own business, family looking at you like, yeah, okay, go to
Mhm.
school and graduate, and then get
Mhm.
retired from a job, so it's like, it's not their fault, because this is, it's not what they're used to. And that's why I told her, I said, sometimes you can't pay attention to your family, because they're going based upon what they know and what they were taught as kids, and they don't see the vision that you see.
Mhm. Hold
It's
on.
not for them to see.
So Dorisha says, you can accomplish anything. You just got to take the first step. That's going into overcoming fear, rejection, and negativity. Then she also comes back and says there's a meme that's on Facebook that says your target customers are not your family and friends. I truly believe that. I truly believe that.
Mhm.
Sometimes your target customers would be individuals that you do not know, individuals that don't know you whatsoever. I mean, those will be your biggest supporters, people that don't know you from Adam. Those are the people that's going to believe in what you're doing. Those are the people that's going to support anything that you touch, anything that you build, anything that you do. And then also, Kinquea says, what about the family that is successful in their own business, but just don't see your vision on what you're doing and don't support?
That's so true.
Actually, I deal with that
I
myself,
can say
but
some things about that, but I won't say
yeah,
it.
I mean,
But yeah.
I deal with that myself. I do have a lot of family members that are successful in their business that I have, supported on numerous occasions. However, just because they don't support me as much, or they're not, sharing my stuff, and I speak about it all the time now. If you guys see me on social media, I'm always like, you my friend, you my family, whatsoever. You don't support that video where the guy says, your like the friend said, how come you're not successful? And it was like, because you don't share my
Oh
because I
yeah,
don't share my shit.
yeah,
And that's
exactly. Yeah.
exactly, that's so true, because we want the support from those individuals, especially the family that's already successful, and that can, tell, like, give you advice, or give you insight on a lot of different things. However, that just goes back to say, yes, all they do is watch. All they do is watch. They definitely watch from a distance. And one thing I can say is, because certain family that have known you, like Farrah said, from a child on up, they may see something in you that is that scares them. They may see something in you that they don't see in themselves. They may see a threat. They may see, and sometimes it's not that. I'm just speaking. Sometimes it may not be that. They may not see a threat. They may just be focused on what they're doing, as well as you're focused on what you're doing. Or sometimes they don't care. They don't care to, support what you're doing or be a part of what you're doing, because whatever reason, exactly what I said, because of whatever reason, you just never know. However, that just goes back to, that doesn't determine anything whatsoever. It does not stop you from doing what you need to do. Their success is not your success, and your success is not their success. And let's always be mindful about that. To be honest with you, I always speak about wanting the support from my family, wanting the support from my friends, but I rather the support from a stranger. I rather the support from a person that does not know me, from Adam. You know why? Because I'm going to get the most respect out of that person. They're going
Right.
to respect me more because they don't know anything about me. They
Mhm.
don't know my past. They don't know what I've been through. And you would think that family or friends or anybody that knows you, that knows what you battle, that knows what you go through, would stand 10 toes
Mhm.
behind you or for you. But that person that doesn't know you from Adam, that's the most support that you need in God. That's the most support that you will want, you know. So what if family, friends don't support it? You
And
got
you know
your
what I
own path.
realized? I'm gonna close with this. What I realized too is that you know you will really drain yourself trying to pull everybody with you.
Mhm.
Um, somebody still got to work at Burger King. Somebody still got to work at because I still might want me a waffle. So everybody ain't gonna go to the top.
Mm-mm.
Everybody's not an entrepreneur. It's just not for everybody. Everybody don't have the drive that you have. Um,
Mhm.
you know, I always talk about this all the time, like working out. Like I get so many people that ask me questions, and then when it's time for them to show up, they're nowhere to be found. So, and I realize, I used to get in my feelings about certain things like that, but now I just realize, like, focus your energy on the people that are actually trying to go in the same direction as you, the serious people in whatever area that you're in. Stop trying to drag people with you that ain't ready to go,
Mhm.
or that's not what that's not their vision. That's not what they see, and it's okay. It's okay. Um, and that's just what it is. It's just not for everybody. But for those who it is for, you will know. You will know because those are the ones that's going to actually take action. And those are the ones that you're not going to have to force.
Right.
So that's
They're gonna be there. They're gonna
that's
be there whatsoever. You don't have to. Hey, I got this going on. Can you support it? That no. And then you have to also be mindful of too as well. We do have individuals that will watch us, and you will never know that they're watching. And then they just pop out of the blue, like, yeah, I remember you did so and so, or yeah, I watch you, I follow you, or whatsoever. You do have those supporters that they stand behind the curtain. They watch everything that you do, but they just never surface. So you just always have to be mindful of things like that. It is actually 6:36, you guys. So uh we thank y'all so much, as always, for tuning in with us. Um on another live of Influential Queens Talk. It's always wonderful to see you guys, hear from you guys. Continue to share, continue to support us, and if there are any queens on here that are starting up a business, that have events going on, that reach out to us. We will always, like, we will share your information, or flyers, or whatever that you're doing. We would definitely support it, as much as you guys support us. Again, I am Tania Lovely. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Lovely the Model. Follow my fashion show page as well, which is coming up in December at Winter Wonders Runway Show on Instagram. And also follow my other business, Influential Productions LLC, as well. Um, Fairy, has something you want to say?
That's it. I just really hope that, this was a beneficial topic for us. I really enjoyed tonight. I hope you guys did as well. Continue to follow us on all of our platforms. And we look forward to seeing you guys on our next topic. Also, y'all, we're trying to come out with some influential queen products. So y'all stay
Mm-hmm.
tuned for that. And we just got some really exciting things that we're trying to do. And yeah, some t-shirts, some cool things that we're trying to do. So definitely stay tuned for that. And we're growing, you guys. We're growing, and
Definitely.
we just hope that you guys continue to rock with us.
Kinquaya,
Oh, queen.
I got your number, sis. So that will be a beautiful thing. We always are looking for special guests, because we want you guys to connect with someone else in some form of way. So whether your business is big or small, we support it whatsoever. If you guys check out Voyage magazine, our particular uh uh, what's the word am I looking for? Our particular cover of the magazine, that's something that we talk about. Our interview, that's something that we talk about, as far as reaching out to different queens, queens that are in business, queens that are of whatever kind of influence you are a part of, a teacher whatsoever. I mean, whatever it is, we're always wanting to connect with you. We're always wanting for you to come on the live, on our podcast, and tell your story. So y'all make sure, if you would like to contact Influential Queens, that you may email us at influentialqueens2020 at gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at _influential queens. And then also you can reach out to myself or Farah at any point in time. And I'm just going to say thank you, ladies. Thank you, kings, queens, for tuning in with us tonight on Influential Queens Talk, where we crown ourselves, but we also crown another queen.
Absolutely.
Okay? All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a good night. Be safe. Stay safe.
Thank y'all.
Blessings.